Guys, welcome back to my channel. I am super excited for today's video because today we are going to be talking about this brand new L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Powder Foundation. Now, if you know anything about L'Oreal and you know this foundation over here, which is the liquid foundation. This is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Liquid Foundation. I have wore this in multiple videos. I absolutely love this foundation. It stays on all day. It doesn't cake up. It's very buildable. You can wear medium coverage or you can build it up to be high, medium, or even full coverage. It does not emphasize texture or pores, which is huge for me. Go into any fine lines or wrinkles or anything like that, and it just looks absolutely fresh on your skin. So when I saw this, I was super excited because I absolutely love this foundation, you guys. It's affordable, it's drugstore, it's good, it's great. I absolutely love this. So this guy here, when I saw, like I said, was super excited. This is literally this liquid foundation into a powder. So this says this is the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Full Matte Coverage Waterproof Powder Foundation. So we are going to be trying this today. This is brand new. I did get mine off Amazon. I've had this for about a week now. It's been sitting on my desk. I have been wanting to use it, but I wanted to do a first impressions on it just because I absolutely love this foundation so much and was so excited to see that they made a powder foundation. Now, my absolute favorite powder foundation right now, my holy grail, has been the CoverGirl Fresh Clean powder. It's in the little pink compact. Absolutely love that. Makes your skin so beautiful. So just wanted to see if this is going to give it a run for its money, because I have, anytime I want to wear powder foundation, I use the CoverGirl over any of the high-end powder foundations that I have. My Makeup Forever powder foundation, my Bare Minerals, I'm always reaching for my CoverGirl. So super excited to see that L'Oreal came out with this. This is in the lightest shade and it says 5 Pearl. It does look like this. The second lightest shade looked yellow, like a lot more warm toned, and this was a lot more like neutral. So I did pick this one. It's hard to pick makeup offline, but I did go with this, and it is what I have on today, and it matches very well, and you will see how it applies, how it wears, all of that. But like I said, it is what I have on my face today. A lot of people don't actually like powder foundation. And powder foundation is great. It's really quick. It can be simple and easy, but I know people with dry to normal skin try to steer away from that, but it's honestly, even people with combination to oily skin don't like powder foundation. But it's just really how you apply it and your technique, because this does come with, let me show you here, this little sponge right here. And honestly, I don't use these sponges. I mean, if I'm in like super rush, hurry, I gotta get out the door, I might swipe some on, but usually powder foundations are really fast, easy on its own. But I find that when you use these and you swipe and then you swipe on your face, it's just putting too much product on at one time. I honestly like to build, even with my Bare Minerals or my Makeup Forever or my holy grail, which is my CoverGirl. I do not put one thick coat and I'm out the door. Like, I build upon little build and then put a little bit more. I would never take this, swipe here, and then swipe on my face. That literally just put a whole bunch of powder in one spot. And if you do that all over your face, of course it's gonna look powdery and dry because it's powder, even though it's a foundation. And this one here is super buttery, silky, smooth, and soft, and is like silk. It's very, very silky, so I'm super excited to try this. If you don't like powder foundations, you should try a different technique than what you're doing, maybe just different. I do use a powder brush. I will go in with a powder sponge. You do dampen it, and then you wring it out, and it doesn't get your powder wet or anything like that. It's got like, it's a fiber, like, it's hard to explain, but it's got like, it's a little fiber beauty blender type thing, but it applies powder beautifully, and it is made for that. It does say to apply powder. So I do use that. I will go in all over my face. I never really use these sponges because this can make you look powdery, cakey, and too dry. So you never want to just go in one swipe and just start swiping. It's just honestly too much powder, but you'll see how I personally apply my powder. And then I will go over with a bigger brush, which is made for powder. Mine is from Pure Cosmetics, I think, and I got it from Kohl's.com, but is a powder foundation brush. So I just buff it in, and after you do that, like, you get this beautiful airbrushed powder foundation. So anyways, you guys, enough talk. If you haven't already, please go subscribe to my channel. I am a small YouTube channel. Every subscription helps. And also don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way you know when I upload new videos. And I do upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And with no further ado, let's get into this video and see how I apply this powder foundation. So hey guys, to start off, we are going to apply some concealer just right underneath our eyes, and then a little bit on the eyelid. And I am using my absolute favorite of life, Dose of Colors. It's in the shade 003. This is the only concealer that I have found yet to date that creases the least on me, and that is the e.l.f. Concealer Blending Sponge. And I'm absolutely loving this to apply my concealer because it is a perfect fit for right under the eye. It is super soft and bouncy, but does not soak up too much product. So absolutely perfect for this. This honestly gives you an airbrushed concealer look underneath your eye. So just doing the same thing on the other eye. And I always do use my concealer just to prime my lids. I never use any separate lid primer. For me, it's just a 2-in-1, so why not? And I am going to lightly set it with my Charlotte Tilbury setting powder and just a Real Techniques setting brush, and just lightly tap under my eye and where I put that concealer, so on the eyelid also, and then the same thing on the other eye. Just going to apply a little bit on the eyelid and then underneath, and then moving on to the good stuff. The Loreal Infallible Fresh Wear Powder Foundation. This is my Real Techniques sponge, and as you can see, it does have like microfiber to it. And this is honestly how I always apply any powder foundation. So you don't want to apply too much at one time. You can see I'm doing little swipes by little, and I'm barely tapping in that pan, because you don't want to apply too much powder at one time. That's what makes it look dry, heavy, and cakey. And we are going for fresh, flawless, and airbrushed. So this is how I always apply my powder foundation. This is a dampened sponge, but when you wring it out, it almost feels dry just because of those little microfibers on there. So just applying this to one side. Honestly, going to show you side by side the powder when I'm done, how the difference is and how much coverage it actually gave. So as you can see my hyperpigmentation, and that gave a good high medium coverage. And as you can see, that color is a great match. And as you can see right there, I'm just literally tapping into the pan. I just wanted to show that you don't have to swipe. Literally just tapping in gives you enough product to do a little area. And you, like I said, you do want to build this up so you're not looking cakey, dry, and all that stuff. So just finishing applying this powder to the face, and while I'm applying, this feels super smooth, silky, buttery, nice on the skin. So I'm already liking this. It's so nice feeling. It doesn't feel heavy, anything like that. And it's not looking dry or patchy or cakey or anything. So just continuing to apply with my Real Techniques powder sponge. Just trying to see, and this little brush here I would use if I really needed to spot conceal, but since I don't today, we are just going to go in with my Pure Cosmetics foundation brush. And this here is what gives you that flawless airbrushed powder foundation look. So this is the trick. This is key to any powder foundation. You want to use a big fluffy powder foundation brush. So I'm just going to go in and really buff this into the skin so it's not sitting on top of my skin and it looks like it is my skin. So really just buffing that product in, and like I said, you can see it just glides and it feels so super soft and silky. I cannot keep saying that enough. But to really get that airbrush look, you need a good powder foundation brush. It's key to any powder foundation, whether you're using this or Bare Minerals or the Makeup Forever or whatever you prefer. So that is the finished look. It did cover up a majority of my hyperpigmentation. I would say I got a good high medium coverage. I am going to apply my makeup off camera and then come right back. So hey guys, I am back with my one and only check-in for this L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour Fresh Wear Powder Foundation. This foundation was beautiful all day. I have had this on now for about 8.5 hours, but it's been beautiful all day. It looks like my skin but better, and of course now I've had a mask on. I went to my son's basketball game, so it doesn't look as fresh, but for being a powder foundation and for wearing it for over 8 hours, I would give this a total 2 thumbs up. I absolutely love this powder, you guys. It does not emphasize texture. It does not sink into pores. It does not go into smile lines. It does not make you look dry or any of that. So for that reason, especially that it does not emphasize texture and pores, is a yay, because that is such a bother to me when complexion products do that. So absolutely did not do that. It made me look flawless, airbrushed, beautiful. Everything went over top of this powder so beautifully. The bronzer, the blush. This is a definite go for me. I don't want to say I like it more yet than my CoverGirl, because that is my holy grail. I don't use anything else when I'm using powder foundation, but I'm gonna say it's giving it a run for its money because this is so beautiful. I looked airbrushed. I even got complimented on my skin today at the basketball game. This right here made my skin look airbrushed. It made me look flawless. It actually smoothed over the texture that I had. It was just beautiful. It honestly looked like my skin but better. So for sure, this is a, like I said, 2 thumbs up. I'm going to be using this a whole lot. I might even do half my face with CoverGirl and half my face with L'Oreal just to see side by side which one is better. But right now, we are talking about the L'Oreal, and if you have not tried this, you should. If you are weary about trying powder foundations, you should try maybe a different technique, because powder foundation can be very beautiful, very airbrush looking, even with larger pores and textured skin like myself. As you can see, it just looks like my skin, and the color match is really good. It doesn't oxidize, anything like that. So you guys, this is really great. I did really like wearing it today. It feels super light on your skin. It honestly feels like you're not wearing anything, but makes you look so beautiful. So definite yes for me, you guys. And as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video.